then raise one and testify.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Kansas City Royals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Kansas City Royals.
All right, just about set to go. Getting the nod in this one, Seth Lugo. How about a report on him, Chris?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. And that's through there for a strike. And away we go this afternoon. And a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the dirt, and that's ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now it's going to be Tyler Fitzgerald. That one hammered center field. That's back over the batter's eye and onto the grass in center. That was a blast. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they jump out front. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Willie Adames stands in. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That
Ball.
misses. It's 2-2.
2-2.
And that's in the dirt. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And here is Matt Chapman. That one catches the corner for a strike.
0-1.
0-1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside low. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Renfroe sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out.
That is fifth. The first baseman.
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup.
Jr.
We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Lamont Wade Jr. in the box now. No balls and a strike. Adames leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Elliot Ramos. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Next offering upstairs. Strike 1.
3-1.
And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
And here is Patrick Bailey. Popped up. Infield fly called there.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now the second run is in, and it's 4-0.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Grant McCray, the next Giant to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
1-1.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. in there safely.
Hey.
Yastrzemski up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position.
Looked like that four-seamer just kept rising on him, and he couldn't get the mid up in time to catch it. Kind of makes me wonder if that was a cross-up or maybe just way more run than he was expecting. Either way, he should have had it.
The 1-1. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Giants 4 and the Royals nothing. Back here with my pal Siggy, towing the slab in today's game, Logan Webb.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
That one fouled off. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And the count 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 down.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. That clips the zone, and that's strike 1. One out, base is empty. Liner snagged at first. And here now, the lineup for the Royals.
The first base.
Saying they got their work cut out for them, down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line. If you do that, you're going to score some runs. Maybe you don't win this ball game, but at least you have some momentum to carry into the next one.
There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Perez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first, thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Man at second. The other way. And he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for Kansas City. They're down 4-0. Back here in Kansas City, second inning set to go. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lugo back to work. And ball 1. Here's some fun facts about Jung-Hoo Lee. You look at the fact that he wears number 51. Not a shocker, but his favorite player growing up, Ichiro Suzuki. And there's a strike. One of the other aspects of Jung-Ho Lee's bio, he was actually drafted as a shortstop, now an outfielder, but he grew up right-handed, and his dad was the one that made him switch hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Mentioned Lee's dad, Jung Bum Lee. He was a legend over in both the KBO and in Japan. These two are the only father-son combo to have played in the World Baseball Classic. That's kind of cool. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Fitzgerald batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Fitzgerald in his second season, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. That one misses, and the count even 1-1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
That catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. One down, base is empty. That one is upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. And it's gone. A solo shot. And they add on. It's 5-zip.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting a ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's Matt Chapman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1 ball, 1
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the 2nd. Next pitch, not close, up high. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2-2.
Not
full
close
count.
with that one, and a full count now. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, here's the second baseman, Michael Massey. That one at the knees for a strike. That one ripped, but foul. Hit on the ground to the right side. Fitzgerald sends it to first. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, Hunter.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Well, he's gotten ahead with two pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Close, but call the ball. And the count's even at 2. Got him swinging.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call. He probably should have gotten it. Didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And now, MJ Melendez. There's a strike.
No balls. One strike.
2 out, space is empty.
No.
That just misses.
Down.
2-1. Hard hit left side. Fires across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Royals. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And that's outside.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Elliott.
So now here's
Ramos.
the DH. Elliott Ramos walked his first time. Foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Stays alive. One down, base is empty. On the ground. Throws to first.
He's out.
First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
The catcher, number 14, Patrick.
2 down, bases empty.
Bailey.
Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. 0 for 1 so far. And he grounds one to the right
Just
side.
foul.
And that's just foul. Not
1-1.
even close there. And the count is 1-1. That's down and in.
Low.
Too low, and it's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. And down on strikes. Giants go in order. Nothing doing there for San Francisco, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Set for the bottom of the third, and to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. On the ground to first. It's in and out of his glove. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still got the out.
The center fielder, Kyle Isbell.
And now it's Kyle Isbell.
Look, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The changeup missing, and the count 1-2. And
Ball
downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. And the pitch. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Jonathan India at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
You only live once, you gotta live it up. Yes, my red tie with your red dress. We ain't even planning, but we matching though. Everybody looking when we passing though.
In there at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out.
Wow, he just showed right there why he's known for having one of the best arms, one of the elite arms in the league. Man, that runner had a big lead at first base. You usually don't get thrown out, but this guy's such a great thrower. That's pretty amazing right there.
And that one's a little bit low. And the count is 1-2. outside.
2-2. Full count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Witt stands in now and watches strike 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside and safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Two outs and one in scoring position. This ball's chopped on the ground. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Next to hit, Vinny Pasquantino. Doubled his first time. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Royals strand a pair. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Royals.
back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Chris Bubich.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Yastrzemski.
Yastrzemski leading things off and takes a strike. This one in the air, right field. And it falls. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, left fielder Grant
McCray, the next Giant to hit. He's 0 for 1. Fly ball down the line. Renfroe sizes this one up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee, 1 for 2. Just missed. Yastrzemski leads off first with 1 away. Right through there for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. And the slider just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, second baseman.
And up next for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. He's already homered in this game. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. And another ball. Swing and a miss, strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one's in there. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Yastrzemski around third. He will score.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Man at second here with 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Out. And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Salvador Perez. Check swing, called strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Ball.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. And next up for the Royals, Michael Massey. Grounded out his first time up.
Massey.
Missed with a changeup. 1-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Giants up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a ball and 2 strikes. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. So up now for Kansas City, Hunter Renfroe. Tap foul at the plate. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Yastrzemski makes the catch, inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willy Adames. Bubic back to work. Ball 1, no strikes. Movement in the bullpen. Angel Serpa, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. In the air, left field. Melendez under this one. Makes the grab. And there's one away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Matt.
Here's Matt Chapman. 0 for 2 in this one. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. First pitch just misses.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
One down, base is empty. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And that's outside it is ball 4, and he's on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So here's Wade now. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That misses. Ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Now snap throw to first. Chapman back in on a dive. Wade in his 6th season, 31 years old, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2015. Next offering is in for a strike. Slider misses outside. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead. But I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Here's a 2-2. Caught on and missed. Struck him out. 2 out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Line drive. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. So the Giants leave 1. They lead it, though, 6-0. Back here in Kansas City, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is MJ Melendez. There's a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of
Now
keeping
batting,
the ball
the
out of the
baseman,
air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's going to be Michael Garcia. Grounded out his first time up. And that's way high. And that's ball one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And there's a foul ball. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Close one, doesn't get the call. The count now 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That was a pretty fun at bat right there, but you kind of hate to see a long battle like that end on a questionable call. I think he was right in letting it go. Frustrating result after he fought so hard at the plate.
Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. He reached on a walk his first time. Foul ball there. Swings through that one.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from
No
5
ball,
shutout
2
innings.
strikes.
And that is downstairs. Going to count 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a broken bat roller towards third. Chapman over to first in time. Royals set down in order. Royals bats are quiet there. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. New inning getting started, and now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. First pitch swinging.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Next offering way off the plate. The Giants up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Fouled off left side. Two outs. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Garcia makes the play, and that is that. Offense held in check there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Giants 6 and the Royals nothing. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, bottom of the 6th. So here's the Royals DH, Jonathan India. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Royals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And that one upstairs, ball one. And the next pitch is way outside. That's inside. And foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Here comes a 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you got to love an at bat like this. No one giving in.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. That missed by a lot. 1-2 to count. The Royals with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him looking. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Just missed. And another ball.
2-0.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Now just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Full count.
Ripped on a line to center. Lee brings it in for the 3rd out. KC down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Out to short. Witt. Throw. Picked it first. Got him.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like
the
someone
second
added a
baseman,
little yoga
Tyler
to their daily routine, if you ask me.
So up next, Tyler Fitzgerald. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
That's in there. And the count 1-1. Scale of 1 to 10. How good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
And a base hit.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. And it's fouled away. And a foul ball. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And that's way high. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit weakly on the ground. And it goes just foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Isbell fires it in. Lead runner to second with 2
Now
gone.
batting, the first baseman, Lamont
So
Wade
2
Jr.
on with 2 away. Stepping in, Lamont Wade Jr. 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Giants 6 and the Royals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. And first offering is fouled off. And that's
Ball.
down and away. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Randy Rodriguez getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Miller, a left-hander, also throwing. That one to first. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Now batting, the second baseman, Michael Massey.
And next up for the Royals, Michael Massey. First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. And that is out of play. Pitch misses. 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
The right fielder, number 16.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Logan Webb won't go any further, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Randy Rodriguez gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And you know, bullpen guys can
Randy
struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And at first, Hunter Renfroe at the plate. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back there. And this one carries into the party porch for a home run. Now that's quite the party favor. And they cut into the lead. It's 6-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
One out, base is empty. MJ Melendez steps in for the Royals. Swinging a foul straight back. Still only one out here in the inning. Next pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. And there's a hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Michael.
Man at first with one gone. So up now for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Liner, base hit. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Number 28, Kyle
First and second, one out. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. That one inside, and that is ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one missed. Now 3-0.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
The designated hitter.
So bases all loaded up. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Jonathan India. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Very high with that one. And it's 1-0.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Tying run at the plate. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2. That one missing inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Line to left. Can't get there, and it deflects off it. One run across, and they got him. Aggressive base running to try and score after the miscue, but it backfires.
Well, I get pretty fired up on plays like that, especially as a former outfielder. Textbook, excellent footwork, came up with a nice crow hop, throw on the money to the plate. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. And a nice job as well by the catcher. Handle that throw, put the tag on, and the ball stays in the mitt.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Randy Rodriguez is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Tyler Rogers on the pitch
number
here.
71. Tyler Rogers.
And now a huge at-bat coming up as Bobby Witt Jr. steps in. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Outside low, 1-0. Two on, two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. The tying run at the plate. That one finds the corner. 2-1 now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In to scores the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. First offering, and it just misses. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. McCray sizing this one up. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. So 9 batters come to the plate, 4 of them score. 8th inning coming up. It's the Giants 6 and the Royals 4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chris Stratton.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
And now the DH, Elliot Ramos, known for his late-inning heroics. Stratton, a 6'2" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. High fly ball, right field. Renfroe nabs it, and there's one down.
The catcher, number 14, Patrick
And
Bailey.
digging in for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck, right field, back there. Going, gone. He nails one out to right. It's 7-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Foul ball. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that skips in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That
Ball,
misses.
too high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the dirt,
Full count.
and it's 3-2. Got him. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the left
2
fielder,
down, base is
Grant
empty. And up next for the
McCray.
Giants, Grant McCray. And first offering is fouled off. Just off the outside edge.
Nasty backdoor
ball,
slider.
1
There's
strike.
really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one wrapped foul. Got Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 7-4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Camilo Doval. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. The Royals in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
First pitch, not close.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. Up the middle, a sliding stop, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Michael Massey will hit next. Off the plate, ball 1. And a strike on the outside edge. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Out there to center. Lee on the move. Pulls it in on the run. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Renfroe stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
No strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit in the air, left field. McCray on the move to the alley. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. Through 8 full, it's the Giants 7 and the Royals 4.
Now pitching for the
We're
Royals.
back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. John Schreiber.
John Schreiber.
Back to the top of the order now. And the batter now, Jung-Hoo Lee. And first offering is fouled off.
Very good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Ball 1 there. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
And the batter now, Tyler Fitzgerald. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
That one catches the zone. That's strike one. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Sam Long up and loosening in the pen. Serpa also throwing. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Ripped to third and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Now it's the short. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. That's out to center field. Isbell has this one sized up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Giants 7 and the Royals 4. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Ryan Walker.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Walker.
Here's the left fielder, MJ Melendez.
The left fielder, MJ Melendez.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Lee hauls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Close, but called a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
On the ground, right side, Fitzgerald. And they're down to their last out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
So 2 down now, and here is Kyle Isbell. And that misses. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Two down, nobody on. Line drive, base hit. And next is the designated hitter, Jonathan India.
Designated hitter, Jonathan India.
Base knock right field. And now first and second with 2 outs. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Wastes no time there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. Now that sets up a huge at-bat.
The batter, number 7.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. The shortstop takes a ball.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Tying run at the plate. That one outside. And that's ball 2.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game. But they're going to make him work to get this save.
2 outs. Called strike right there.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Walker is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.